Hello, my astrology friends. This is Lada from AstroladaOfficial, and these are your February 2025 horoscope. February is the prelude to the most intense period of 2025, which will be March and April, because all the planets will be passing through Pisces and Aries in March and April, going retrograde, eclipses, changing signs. Oh, so exciting. But February is the preparation month with some very positive effects that we'll receive from the universe. First of all, it's Jupiter is turning direct. Here it is, my calendar, my 2025 calendar. You can have it now. It's 200 pages, almost interactive. But first of all, Jupiter around the 4th turns direct. And this is a great blessing. When Jupiter turns direct, here is the text for it, but you can start seeing results and rewards for previous actions. We can get the blessings from above, resolutions of moral problems of some sort, just the turning of the winds. Jupiter becomes much more stronger. I call it like double Jupiter when it starts turning direct, because it's energy, it's basically stationary pretty much the whole of February around the 11th 12 degrees of Gemini, and it's a very auspicious degree because right behind Jupiter, where it's turning direct and it's going to become stronger and things will start moving forward for us, it's the most auspicious star in the sky, the star Aldebaran, which in ancient astrology is the star of wealth, of blessings, of fortune. So this is a good omen for the finances of the world. Jupiter is turning direct there. So hopefully, generally, all of us will see some financially, some improvement in your personal life. It will depend where it affects you, what kind of blessings this Jupiter with Aldebaran will bring. The bullseye, the luckiest star. But yes, that's the one good side of it. And we're going to have Venus entering into areas where it's going to stay 3 months, the whole of February, the whole of March, then it skips April, and the whole of May. So when Venus is so long in a sign, it's going to give us blessings there in certain area of our life. Think back to 2017 around the spring. There was a similar situation there, but I'll go through each of the 12 signs to see. Venus always improves and makes better whatever area it passes through, despite of its retrograde motion, which will start in March. Its final goal is to make something perfect, more balanced, more worthy of our time, more pleasant, more easy to receive help there in some way, to improve it, to make it better. So certain areas of your life you're going to be making better and improving. And another big event is that Mars is turning direct towards the end of February, 23 degrees. It's been retrograde December, January, most of February. As I said, I expect this Mars retrograde to bring changes, corrections of the prices of real estate, of borders, of countries, and maybe stalling back wars because Mars is moving retrograde in some way. But there will be kind of like maybe endings of fights, of battles, or easing off of difficulties in such areas. If there was problems, they start getting fixed. If there was inflammatory conditions, flus, hopefully will become less so, and energy and productivity will increase. You might see the results of working hard on something and starting to see the results of it. And emotionally, people will not be as tense and so sensitive and touchy as they are during Mars retrograde. But that's mostly towards the end of the month that we'll see those improvements. And the other big event that is happening is the North Node with Neptune. We've never seen this in our lifetime, and we'll never see it again, because Neptune will never be again in Pisces, and North Node with Neptune in Pisces is once in a lifetime experience. They're joining together. The whole February, March is under its influence. They're within a degree all the time together. It's going to get surreal, guys. Neptune is otherworldly planet. Pisces is otherworldly energy. North Node, wherever it goes and joins Neptune in Pisces, it's like you're in some LSD trip. Some of you will be waking up and wondering, do I live on Earth, or what is this different reality? I'm a parallel world of some sort. You'll see it maybe on the news that it's a lot of new energy. North Node starts a new cycle with Neptune for which will be 16 years old, but it's very Piscean. It's unfamiliar. Pisces is unfamiliar. It feels foreign. It's very different. You're waking up in a new world, in a new reality. This will happen in your personal life as well. And also intuition will be through the roof this month. People will be dreaming about past events, past life, future events, because the wall between the worlds thin with this really like a portal to another dimension, Neptune and North Node together. So in some areas of your life, depending where it falls from your ascendant, sun or moon, you might have like epiphanies. God might show you directly through your third eye or through intuitions and hunches and inspirations, some secrets that were revealed for you and that you'll become aware of. But also there is a negative side to Neptune North Node, because all the negative vibrations of Pisces and Neptune can escalate through the North Node. Fears, blame, guilt, fear of the unknown, this kind of low vibrational emotions that is just fears, paranoia, suspicions as well, victimhood states. And so be careful, stay at the high vibrations the whole 2 months, February and March. I would advise you, if you can listen to classical music, to bring in the high vibrations of Neptune, North Node, Pisces, be around nature more, have introspective time alone. We're going to have a lot of Pisces planets, as you can see, not just February, but March and April. So many planets will be there. It's going to be crazy. So this inner work and introspection is good to do, but something magical can come through Neptune North Node, because they open portals to the astral. If you're connected to the high astral, if you're naturally forgiving, kind person, if you can let go of the past, if you can let go of things that no longer serve you, you can have like a divine gift of blessing. Neptune is divine love, unconditional love, and divine grace. And the North Node enhances it in Pisces. So like a miraculous events and even actual miracles, I don't know, Fatima scale can happen around the world, but in your personal life as well, where you're freed from karmas you've been carrying for a long time. Pisces is the last time of paying off the karma. Neptune is also the same energy. The North Node is, kind of escalates all this. So you pay off some debt and you're freed from something. A miracle happens in your life. Like God gives you through unconditional love, not because you deserve it, because God is loving, the Creator is loving. If you turn towards in a prayerful condition, an introspective condition, if you give yourself time after you wake up to go within, there can be some true miracles that happen. And just dreams will be crazy. Just to warn you, Neptune with the North Node, you might be dreaming of things that very vivid dreams that come to the surface, sometimes almost real. Like, just be aware, maybe a bit more rest in February and in March with the so many Pisces energies. But Mars is turning direct, so things will start becoming. But Mars turns direct at the end of February, and Venus and Mercury turn retrograde in March. So it's non-stop February, March. So January, February, March, April. After April, things start becoming much more smoother, guys. But just the preparation phase, and use the Piscean energy of Neptune and the North Node to manifest. And Saturn is there. Neptune is a high ideal. Connect yourself to high refined feelings through art, through music, through imagining how you want things to be, the ideal version of it. And Saturn is there, can make it happen over the next 2-3 months to manifest it. Use this connection to the higher world, so otherwise you don't want to connect to the inner fears, the lower astral, and deception. You have to be careful with Neptune North Node. There'll be many charismatic figures that appear, prophets, gurus, saviors of the world. Neptune Pisces is to save, and people feel very excited about that. But the bubble will quickly burst if such figures are not truthful and aligned to divine order, whether they're rulers, leaders, or people in your personal life. If they're promising you the moon and the stars, which these halls will be very high in February, March, because in April, the North Node and Saturn join together. So the bubble will burst. Saturn is a corrective influence down to earth, And if you don't see results, you have to correct something, or you see the lies, or if it was like a proper inspirational figure or idea you had, you can start manifesting it towards April. This ideal that comes to you now, this inspiration that you divinely download. So wow, what a magical, what a surreal, what another worldly energy we are gonna have. It's gonna get weird, it's gonna get fantastic, it's gonna get intense emotionally. And let's dive into the 12 signs. If you want my personal horoscope for each of the 12 signs for 2025, I'm putting a link below. Each 2.5 hours for each sign. I've poured my soul and heart in them. We sold thousands so far, no refunds, no one has asked for one. People are loving them. If you want to try for your personal sign, I recommend Ascendant. And if you want all 3 Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, it's a discount price. Putting a link below, or the calendar, so you know what is happening every day of the year. But now let's begin for the 12 signs. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, February 2025. Leo, this month starts with Jupiter turning direct the first 3 or 4 days into your 11th house of gains, next to a very fortunate star, Aldebaran, which is also connected to wealth. It is connected to blessings, and Jupiter loves being in the 11th house. When it turns direct, it starts giving you more of the blessing of the 11th house, which is gains, next to the star of wealth. So it can be opening of door for some of you Leos, of door of prosperity even, or of certain rewards for efforts that you've done before. The 11th house, if you have your own business, is the gains of the business. So that portends very good for that gradually from February to grow. It's your clients. If you have clients, they can start expanding in some way. Moving forward, and you're gonna have up till June to do that. You're following, or if you work for someone else, this can be even possibility for a bonus, because this would be your salary, the 11th house, the rewards of your work. The 10th house is the work, the 11th house is the rewards of it. So yeah, that can be very positive in that way, that Jupiter can bring those opportunities there. Also, it's your social network. Maybe if there were some delays as well with, let's say, fulfilling some goal or long-term dream of yours, which is the 11th house, you'll notice gradually from February that the tide is turning and you have more opportunities to proceed forward with ease, to fulfill those long-term dreams and goals. 11th houses, titles, honors, social recognition. Following, or if you have a project you've been working on, you want to release to society, to the world, you can start seeing the recognition there, the reaching more clients or reaching more people overall, because 11th house is society, the people, and being accepted. Fortunately, 11th house can also be your friends. So if you had any complications in friendships or stalled social life, if it was a bit more, not moving forward, Jupiter starts moving direct, and more socially beneficial connections, networking, friends that can appear now over the next 4 months, 5 months till June almost, which will be very helpful for you down the road. Maybe for the next 12 years with those friends, you can develop something, opportunities can come to you from others, or even some benefactor can appear that is like a blessing for you, because Jupiter is turning direct on such a positive star. What else is the 11th house? You can join groups or organizations that expand your opportunities again, your socio-economic status in a way, or your long-term goals and dreams, you can fulfill some long-term goal and dream over the next goal or dream over the next 3 or 4 months. If you work on some project for some time, you can start seeing it unfold and taking shape. Or title or honor that you can receive when Jupiter is moving forward for months ahead. Yeah, so gains, all the things we like in the material world is the 11th house, to be recognized, to be respected in society, to be supported by others, to have gains, to fulfill dreams and goals and so on. Maybe some big dream and goal here you have an opportunity to start putting into action, or to see it take shape even. At the same time, Venus is entering your ninth house, and it's going to be there the whole February, the whole March. Skips April because it moves back to your eighth house, and then the whole May again. So for 3 months till the end of May almost, Venus will be looking at you, another fire sign looking at Leo. So Venus will be protecting you, your health, your overall well-being. Yes, I know Pluto is opposing you, especially the early degrees Leos, they're under pressure there, those first 3-4 degrees by Pluto, but Venus guarantees that there will be help, support, wise counsel from others, and even to keep your health, and to find solutions. The ninth house is that some people can appear in your life now as a threat from February, or a person that is like a good fortune for you, because Venus can rule like females, for example, or as Venus rules your 10th house, someone in authority or more experience, which is like a good karma for you, which can help you in some way. Like with wise advice, there can be people around you with wise advice that help you. Ninth house is the direction of your life, the vision for the future that you can become inspired towards. And Venus being the ruler of your 10th house in the ninth for 3 months ahead can also indicate that some of you might start a new theme in life to pre-qualify, to upgrade their skills in their career by studying and learning something. Venus also rules your third house of skills, knowledge, skills that you have, and ninth house is to learn, to upgrade, to expand your horizons. So there is a lot of self-improvement that you're going to be doing. And it's self-improvement like knowledge and exploring different opportunities with your career, but also with your skills there. Some of you can even be connected, ninth houses, foreign countries or faraway places. Venus is love. Who knows? For some of you, love connected to foreign places can appear, or someone that is not from your local environment. It can be very auspicious for starting educational projects. Either you're learning or you're teaching, because Venus rules your career. You can be the one that is teaching or spreading knowledge of some sort. Or maybe look with projects that are written, spoken, social media connected, marketing connected, or connected to publishing is very good for such things. If you want to do anything about publishing, anything about writing, anything about online business and so on, because Venus that rules the third house and the 10th house goes in a very lucky ninth house, and it's looking at you. So if opportunities to study appear, I think that will be very good to pre-qualify, teaching, learning, or to travel, or just to expand your knowledge. You don't have to be moving physically. Nine houses to expand your mind. You can develop love for some new subject. You can develop love for some new science, or to study something, again, and it will help you with your social status later on to fulfill your career desires. Or to travel, as I said, it's a good month in February. If you want to go somewhere, Leo, even to a foreign country, I think it will be auspicious. Then Venus turns retrograde in March. Things will change a little bit there. You might question the direction of your life, but as a theme, it starts positive now in February. And almost like there is more belief, more hope when Venus is there. Things happen with more ease generally. And the other big thing is, so you see two positive influences in two positive houses, the 11th and the 9th. Now, the next big event is that North Node will join Neptune in your 8th house. That's pretty much happening the whole month. It's not directly aspecting you, Leo. Some of you might not even feel it. But it's Neptune wants to, it's a moksha planet. So it's kind of almost like to free you for and Pisces is a moksha sign. Moksha means to liberate, to free, and the North Node enhances whatever it touches. So it might be to be freed from some compulsions and obsessions. Eighth house has a dark undertone sometimes, compulsions, obsessions, to dissolve attachments, because eighth house, when we're very attached to something, to dissolve the Scorpio energy, to dissolve such attachment. So it can happen by spiritual work, it can happen spontaneously, or it can happen by working with a psychologist, or some introspection and realization that happens. But eighth house is very psychic. Neptune in the south node in Pisces in the eighth house, triple psychic. So definitely some of you might have very strong intuition and even premonitions, because the walls between the two worlds thin with Neptune and the North Node. And especially you might have feelings or premonitions about if there's something dangerous or something fishy gonna happen, because eighth house can smell what is rotten, can smell what is wrong or toxic. Or if there's something dangerous coming, you might have premonitions for the world, who knows, or premonitions for if something is not right. This Scorpio 8th house energy gets strongly activated with so many planets there for you. And if your gut is telling you, there's something suspicious here, it's possibly correct, And yes, 8th house is very house of conspiracies, so is Neptune energy. Some of you might get into the deep end of those things, and sometimes your intuition and instincts can be very correct. And if they're not correct, Saturn will later join the North Node, and this will be corrected. Also, some opportunity can appear now, and a promise that for help or support from another. 8th house is support that we see, if it might be from government, from another person. But also be careful, because Neptune, South, North Node, someone can promise you the moon, or someone can promise you, things that are too good to be true, because there is this Piscean illusion there that the North Node can also enhance. Someone that really presents something incredible, whether it's because it's also house of intimacy, it might be romantically that it appears, or for money, because 8th house is other people's money promises for such things. But it's true, it can be a good opportunity, but there might be something that is not, that will have to be corrected later on when the North Node joins with Saturn. And if there was something misleading or too good to be true of some financial opportunity that comes to you through others, it will be corrected in May, in April, towards April, May, when Saturn joins with the North Node. But also the North Node with Neptune now can open for you the resources of others to have easier access. So, for example, your partner might start having better, because Neptune can dissolve some blockages there, or can dissolve blockages towards intimacy as well. As I said, this the possibility of merging with someone deeper, even though Saturn is there, because Saturn can dry the intimacy, and it's been there for a year and a half, can dry the connection. But Neptune and North Node, really expand now this ability to connect on more intimate level with another, or money coming to you through other people's resources, your clients' money. There can be some new opportunity that appears, because it's a new cycle that the North Node and Neptune is doing, and it can be through divine grace a bit, because Neptune is connected to that. But you have to be open for that, and you have to be open that as easy as it can go away as well, because later on the North Node will join with Saturn. So whatever comes to you, be open, accept it, be grateful, rather than close. There's something there, they want something from me. As well, the 11th house can help you receive a loan with more ease. If you're this 8th house, South Node, Neptune, receive a loan or sponsoring from someone as well. Try it this month. There is a possibility, because of this allowing Neptune, Pisces, North Node's very allowing influence. Yes, so Yeah, that's about it. Eighth house is a bit obscure. It's a bit hard sometimes to pinpoint the events, but I hope I was able to explain them. And last but not least, Mars is turning direct towards the end of the month. So most of February, Mars is still retrograde in your 12th house. There might be some expenses for some of you. There might be more disturbed sleep. 12th house is the house of sleep, having nightmares, or having unprocessed feelings that are bubbling to the surface, or kind of suppressed anger that comes up that you have to deal with, or maybe yeah, 12th house can be dealing with matters connected to foreign places that you have to fix, but or psychological issues. I'm a Leo moon. Yeah, for me, it's been the dream world that's been quite intense. But definitely there's a lot of activities February in your 12th house and in your 8th house. These are subconscious houses. So there's a lot of inner work that's happening and a lot of realizations from the subconscious. And these are moksha houses of liberation, trying to liberate you from emotional attachments to something that is unhealthy usually. So all those planets in the 8th house are working towards that. Remember the compulsions, obsessions, and and Mars in the 12th house retrograde is helping you work on addictions, for example, if there is anything like that, on unhealthy attachment, self-sabotaging behaviors, to undo it. And when it starts moving direct, it starts towards the end of February. It starts becoming easy. Maybe you'll be freed from some attachment, unhealthy sexual obsession, unhealthy emotional connection, or unhealthy addiction of some sort to substance or activity. And hopefully the battle will finish. The battle in your subconscious that Mars in the 12th house is doing will finish by the time it turns direct towards, okay, let's say the beginning of March. You'll feel it more, that you're out of the woods, so to speak, and you're stronger, battling your inner demons in some way. And while Mars is retrograde in the 12th house, if you have any hidden enemies, they'll definitely be doing, you might be working, let's say someone who pretends to be nice, but this Mars retrograde period can expose if someone is doing something behind your back, and you have to confront that. And when Mars starts turning direct, the ease of those, it's this problem starts being resolved. Or if you have extra expenses, as I said, or problems with your sleep, it starts getting resolved as well, because Mars makes us very restless when it's in the 12th house of sleep. When we have to rest and sleep, we're like instead not being able. But gradually towards the end of February, you start seeing such matters get resolved. And your inner demons, battles with inner demons, and some psychological completion and resolution of psychological problem, or if you've had some mental health issues, they start improving as well. So there you go. I think focus on this Jupiter that's turning direct in your 11th house will gains for, as I said, a recognition, and of course North Node and Neptune in another financial house, that is support, or financial or psychological as well, support from others that can come in unexpected ways, like support that someone gives you privately, or possibility to merge psychologically deeper with another, to trust more, to embrace another on a deeper level, or also to receive like gift from the universe that comes to you from others, either as moral, psychological, emotional support, while you're getting rid of your inner demons or others who are doing the opposite to you. So there you go, Leo. Thank you so much. Hope that was helpful.